Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Benham Media where we are going to talk about the 100 episodes of the channel, and yeah, we're in for a bit of fun, so stick around. Hello and welcome back to Benham Media, and we are in for a very special episode today. This is our 100th episode on the channel, and we're going to spice it up a little bit by having a sort of interview with the founder of Benham Media. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Mr. Nathan Benham. Pleasure to meet you. Thank you. So welcome, Nathan. How are you today? You well? Yeah, I'm very well, thank you very much. It's so surreal to be here. This is just insane. I really can't believe that that we are here. 100 episodes. It's pretty crazy. So firstly, congratulations on the newborn baby. Like, how has that been? Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, no, it's been lovely. Like, she's actually a month old now. Today, it's a blessing, really. Like, we're lucky with all of our children. They're wonderful kids, and yeah, there she is. Look, there's that wonderful sort of little smile. But yeah, no, she's just wonderful, sleeping, crying, puking, pooing machine. So yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, she's absolutely beautiful. So like we said, this is your 100th episode on YouTube. So congrats on such a big achievement. Thank you. Yes, it is a really big achievement. 100 episodes. Like, if you asked me to begin with, like, would I have actually got here? I would have hoped to have said yes. I plan to do this for a long time, and we're coming up to 2 years now. So yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, appreciate it. So what made you sort of like start your YouTube channel? What was the sort of motives behind getting in front of the camera and starting to try to create an audience? Wow. So motive-wise, at the end of the road, I've always enjoyed being in front of the camera. Like, I've been an actor for many years, and the whole point of it was to take photographs, maybe do a few show reels, and to sort of like try to build on that, really. And I toyed with the idea. Like, I've always loved YouTube, and it's sort of like our go-to channel when we don't have much more to watch on television, so wise. And yeah, and it just felt like it was a good idea. It took probably about 6 months to press the record button for the first time. It was something that I wanted to do, but I wanted to try to make sure that I understood what type of channel I was going to make, and yeah, if you really think about like some of the first episodes that I made, I understood the type of channel that I wanted to do, but I never quite understood the platform as well as what I do now. So yeah, that was sort of like the motivation behind it, to sort of like try to build an audience, try to build something for Benham Media, to sort of like, not only sort of show potential clients of what I'm capable of doing, but also to sort of like try to save my own mindset, really. I just saw it as like a win-win, really. So, with the hope of you wonderful people at home, that we can eventually sort of build something, so when I start going for other jobs, there's a sort of like a familiarity already going forward. And what lessons, if any, have you felt that you have learnt from starting your YouTube channel? Like, what have you sort of brought to the table? What new things have you learnt, sort of like, from going to not really knowing anything to where you are now, this particular moment? Oh wow, I've learned a lot. I've learned so much. Like, I remember having a conversation with a photographer on a job once, and for me, I thought it was just a simple point and shoot. You get the actor or the talent in front of you. Exactly the same when I looked to do show reels for the first time. Like, I remember being very nervous about making sure it looked good and everything. So I've learned so much by starting to do YouTube channels, to invest time in learning new skills within Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere Pro. I have dabbled a little bit in After Effects, and that is like a whole new world of pain when it comes to video production. But yeah, like anything from color grading to sort of sound design. Sound design I'm still sort of working on. It's still something I've still only got the Rogue shotgun mic on top of my current camera, which is the Canon 80D. And I want to start investing in sort of like new technologies like sort of radio mics to give the sound quality better, to sort of like up the game for my YouTube channels, which I think probably the most important thing when it comes to doing YouTube and generally photography anyway, is that even though I'm in my 100th episode and I've been doing this for almost 2 years, as a photographer I've been doing for almost 3-4 years, and yeah, like I'm still learning. Adobe updates its software like almost every year, every 6 months, and there's always something new that could improve your work, to help you go better. So yeah, that's what I've learned by doing YouTube. Like when I did my very first video, there was no color grading, there was no sound design. I turned on the camera, I did my bit to camera, and that was it. After that, I turned it off and I stuck it on YouTube. I didn't really have an opening credit sequence. So over the process of making videos and watching content on YouTube as well, that was very, very important. I learned a lot of what I have done since then via YouTube channels, and I feel there is still so much to learn, especially as a filmmaker. Last year during lockdown, I made my very first sort of like advert for the channel itself. I attempted to do an advert for the Ford Raptor, and yeah, to learn those sort of sound designs and color grading and everything like that, like it's an ongoing process, and I've learned so much, and I would always recommend somebody to sort of definitely give it a go. So going forward, what exactly can we expect from you and your YouTube channel? What would the viewers at home be sort of like expecting within the next, I don't know, 100 episodes, bring you up to 200? Yeah, like obviously to get to 200 episodes, definitely that would be awesome. But more of the same and a lot of different things, I guess. I'm starting to learn what my audience likes, what YouTube likes. So, I've done a couple of POV videos now, which seems to be doing really, really well. You guys seem to be liking them very, very much. So expect loads more of them. Going out in the city, it was something that I'd done quite a lot before Bellatrix was born, is that I would dedicate a day where I'll go out to the city, take some photographs, shoot a video. Tutorials, probably not as much. I think when I started the channel, I planned to do a lot of tutorials to try to, give back what I'm learning. And it is still something I want to do as a creator, because when I learn something new, I think it looks awesome and I want to sort of share it back. But tutorials are very sort of flooded on YouTube. There are so many tutorials, so to build the audience to get that type of thing is probably the first and foremost. But yeah, like more for me, I want to learn a lot more to do with film design and everything like I sort of mentioned before. Like for this weekend, for example, I'm going off to shoot a music video. Very first time I've ever shot a music video, something that I've wanted to do since I've picked up the camera, something that I wanted Benham Media to go into, do it. So that's something I'm looking forward to, and I'm looking forward to sharing you guys at home the sort of like the outcome to that. So that's brilliant. So that's us going forward, really, sort of like a lot more film production and not just photography for the channel. So yeah. And do you have any advice for the people at home, who might be thinking about starting a YouTube channel? Like, what should they sort of plan? What should they do? So what would you tell your viewers at home if they are sort of contemplating starting a YouTube channel? Go for it. Basically, go for it. If this is something that you've been thinking of doing for a while, and what has really been stopping you? Is it the fact that you feel you don't have enough gear? Is it the fact that you don't have the right idea? Those things are your just personal hurdles, if I'm completely honest. They're your hurdles that you are stopping yourself. You don't need a camera like mine. You don't need a Canon camera that takes photographs and video. I know quite a fair few YouTubers who I follow on Facebook who use their phone. They edit on their phone. record their videos on their phone. It's only because I have a particular camera that I take photographs with that's also good at, in fact, making YouTube channels or making videos that I use it. You know, I've got a vlogging camera, which is this one right here, which I use to sort of like try catch behind the scenes, and which I'm trying to do this very clever sort of multicam system at the moment to yeah, it's sort of like, you know, you're only stopping yourself. If you want to do a YouTube channel, find out what you want to make it with and go for it. Yeah, definitely. And I suppose we can end this like on your final thoughts. What are your sort of like, how do you feel about this wonderful achievement? What are your sort of like feelings to have gotten this far? I suppose final thoughts are that I'm extremely proud of what I have done. Throughout lockdown, this is the one thing that sort of kept me going. Lost many contacts because of lockdown, and yeah, it was a bit draining. But the fact that I had my YouTube channel that kept me focused each and every week sort of got me through that a little bit. Otherwise, you know, I know a lot of friends who went through an awful lot of sort of like sitting at home, not sure what their future was going to hold, or how long lockdown was going to go on for. Forced myself to make a video every single week, to come up with a concept, to come up with an episode, to get to the 100. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the founder of Benham Media, Mr. Nathan Benham, and yeah, this has been the sort of 100th episode. It's been a privilege to have been part of it. Thank you so much, Nathan, for sort of including me into this whole sort of like your world of sort of YouTube. It's been quite a pleasure. Thank you so much, Nathan. Anything you would like to say quickly to your viewers before we go? Yeah, reiterate, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like. It really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done already and you would like to be part of the Benham Media journey, hit the subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date with all the things that we do here at Benham Media. But it has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, I second that. So guys, yeah, if you liked this video and you like to see more of Benham Media, then please do, as Nathan says, like this video and also subscribe to the channel. But guys, until next time, thank you so much. We have been Nathan, and this has been Benham Media. Thank you, and goodbye.